Welcome to the Way of the Wandering Wizard. I am Robert Andrew Meredith Kennedy. I am a pure and open channel for the finest vibrations of divine love and light, made manifest here in service to Gaia and those who travel with her. Though most folks know me as Bob the Wizard, some Gandalf Bob the Wise, many more as that weirdo in the kilt, and a lot more besides. I'd record a little video by way of reintroduction. For anybody that's watched some or indeed all of the videos that precede this, is, I hope, a rather epic telling of this life, a way of sharing my journey, my awakenings, my experiences. It's been very cathartic for me and saved me trying to publish a book which I was finding quite difficult to do. Besides, several folk have pointed out I like the sound of my own voice, and this gives me an ideal opportunity to share that with a wider audience. I introduce all of those videos, or pretty much, apart from the ones at the pre-breakdown in 2022, which were a little bit weird with a shamanic cloak behind me while I started my awakening. But I thought I ought to explain it for those that don't know me, or those that have known me all my life. What is he talking about with this Robert Andrew Meredith Kennedy? It is my name. It's who I identify it as. Robert Andrew, the boy born in '69. The body sitting before you, and its emotions and its thoughts and feelings, mind and remembrance. Meredith is pretty much the expanded version of that, the wider view of that I received after I got hit by a car, fought for my life, and through that pain had an out-of-body experience, and through its resolution and dealing with the trauma that and so much other incidences in my life had raised over the course of a decade into a massive descent. The light and dark of my life, the true knowing of myself. The product of that journey is Meredith. The fact that I identify Meredith as being part dragon, as I've tried to explain in the past, as a kid that was raised on a council estate, to explain how this is now thinking about the world without putting it into some other context. Yeah? I dislike the term that walking, taken over, was changed. This is me. It's just a wider version of me. It's been there in the background, bubbling away, peaky moments as I've gone through my life, as I've woken to those broader experiences of life through various means as described. The fact that that is now my anchored ground state post whatever happened in January is the product of a lot of hard work, as I've described. So that's my name, as they say. It's a long name, that's why I generally answer to Bob. The pure and open channel is exactly that. That's the product of years of training, working with the energy of life, through my Reiki practice, through my meditative practice. When we work with energy, the more pure and open we can become as a channel, the more that we can allow our small ego to take a step back and allow that energy to flow through, the purer the channel. That statement, I am a pure and open channel, every time I work, is what opens me to that different understanding of Bob walking around in the day-to-day world, Bob working as a healer, or as an energician, or whatever other title I decide to put on my elaborate business cards. It's who I am. For the finest vibrations of divine love and light, the purest vibrations, the most expanded vibrations of love and light. Divine love and light, when I describe divine love and light from a shamanic, Celtic, balanced worldview, that's divine masculine and divine feminine. that comes with an innate understanding that all humans are conceived female, the goddess within. And then, as our soul, as our consciousness joins with the body, that beautiful blend that makes us and our identity, which so many of the modern generation have been trying to introduce us with their most elaborate identities and labels, all of which, to a shaman, to a wizard, just describe them as being them. It's interesting, intriguing and wonderful as we discover ourselves. But if anyone's wondering where all of this stuff started to come from, it is that innate understanding that we are all conceived female. We have to have male and female within our minds, within our bodies, to work. It's how we achieve balance, it's how we live. Nothing to be fighting about, either in ourselves or in others. Acceptance of yourself. Greatest gift that any wizard can give anyone. It's not an easy path to find it, but that's what we're all on. That wonderful divine connection with source, life, whatever we want to describe it. The quantum field, for the scientists amongst us, that underlying energy of life. In service to Gaia. Now, on occasions when people have said, what planet do you come from? Hi, I'm Bob. I'm an ambassador of Gaia. Whoa, where is Gaia? Gaia is a concept and understanding that what we live on currently here, our ground state, day-to-day life, for those with eyes to see it, is a complex, beautiful interflow of energy made manifest in trees, flowers, stones, bobs, crystals, whatever around you. That understanding of what life is something that's taken me decades in this life to awaken to, and that's been a product of lifetimes of awakenings. I find myself here, very awake, in a cabin, in a hinge of my own creating, in a little tiny pocket in the corner of Tunbridge Wells. It's of constant amusement to me in the world. This is who I am. This is how I've chosen to be of service. As a healer. As a balancer. As a lover of life. As a living example of there are different ways of experiencing this reality without overloading, without worrying the natives, of which I am one. That is what it is to be an ambassador for Gaia, the understanding that she's not only what I grew up understanding her to be, but now with these expanded minds and understanding of consciousness, quite what this glorious sphere of blue and green is. And when we all really, truly awaken to who she is to us and our part within us, maybe then we'll all be of service to preserving her, to understanding her, to walk within her as wizards, witches, as awakened beings, truly understanding what it is to live. So for those of you that are looking at me now going, whoa, I'd quite like a bit of that. I hope to convey some of that in the ways of the wandering wizard to come. But as I sit here now, clearly, reflective, hardly surprising really, as I'm 10 days from my nearly dead day. I have to say, for the first time in that decade, I'm predominantly at peace. And I find myself wondering how, given the chaos that's going on. Maybe, after all those long lives, I've finally achieved balance, the ability to maintain my balance and my control of myself, my self-mastery, finally. That's a good place to be, folks. That's a good place for me to find myself to be. Now, as always, what are we going to do with it? Well, should go on. My next little videoette after my introduction. Living the dream. Some bloggings, I suppose, of my day-to-day life. Things that have come up, thoughts that I've had. I'm still quite liking the idea of, I don't know, how to drive your avatar. It just strikes me as funny. And I'll still play with the idea of how to tame your dragon and try and come up with a few ideas of condensing years of study, knowledge, and just pass on a few pointers, a few ways of being, a few things that may make your journey as light-filled as mine. As always, thank you for listening. Take care, go well, and blessed be.